India at UN stressed the need to see concrete progress in ensuring that UN-proscribed terrorists and entities do not get any kind of support either from Afghan soil or from sanctuaries based in the region. India's permanent representative to UN, T.S. Tirumurti, underlined that as a contiguous neighbour and a long-standing partner of Afghanistan, India has a direct stake in ensuring the return of peace and stability. A report.
In the several months since the return to power of the Taliban in Afghanistan, the world's attention may have already shifted to other global developments. But for India, Afghanistan's situation remains a major issue. A major concern for India is the presence of transnational terrorist groups such as the Islamic State in the Khorasan province and the Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent. Al-Qaeda in the Indian subcontinent has already hailed the US withdrawal from Afghanistan as a victory. And it is already clear that the Taliban has not gone beyond paying lip service to ousting the Al-Qaeda, and there is concern that the latter will only grow in strength in the coming days. There is also fear that the individuals interested in joining either the Islamic State or other jihadist groups will move to Afghanistan. Recently, India at UN raised serious concerns about the continued presence of Al-Qaeda in Afghanistan and increase in recruitment to the Islamic State Khorasan. Speaking at the Security Council briefing on Afghanistan, permanent representative of India to the UN ambassador T.S. Tirumurti noted that all countries in the region share grave concerns about the possibility of terrorism from Afghanistan affecting their own security.
Recent developments in neighboring Afghanistan have raised global concern about the possibility of its becoming a safe haven for Al-Qaeda and other terrorist groups. The recent 1988 committee report to the Security Council noted that the ties between the Taliban, largely through the Haqqani network, and the Al-Qaeda and foreign terrorist fighters remain close and are based on ideological alignment and relationship forged through common struggle and intermarriage. Security Council listed terrorist groups with links to Central and South Asia are now reported to have greater freedom of movement in Afghanistan.
Just a few days back, a report of the UN Secretary General had claimed that terror groups enjoy greater freedom in Afghanistan than at any time in recent history, and there are no signs that the Taliban leadership has taken steps to limit the activities of foreign terrorists in the war-torn country. According to the report, ISIS-K is taking advantage of the turmoil in the country, including by recruiting fighters from the Eastern Turkestan Islamic Movement and the Turkestan Islamic Party, among other foreign terrorist groups. It aims to position itself as the chief rejectionist force in Afghanistan and to expand into neighboring Central and South Asian countries. The UN member states are concerned that if Afghanistan descends into further chaos, some Afghan and foreign violent extremists may shift allegiances to ISIS. India has hence stressed on the need to see concrete progress in ensuring that UN-proscribed terrorists and entities do not get any kind of support either from Afghan soil or from sanctuaries based in the region.
In January 2022, India hosted the first India Central Asia Summit, which was attended by heads of all Central Asian states. Here, the leaders condemned terrorism in all its forms and manifestations and reaffirmed the importance of Security Council Resolution 2593 of 2021, in which the Council unequivocally demands that Afghan territory not be used for sheltering, training, planning, or financing terrorist acts, and calls for concerted action against all terrorist groups. Peace and security in Afghanistan is a critical imperative that all of us need to collectively strive for.
Terrorism in all its forms and manifestations is to be condemned, and there cannot be any exception or justification for any act of terrorism. The chairing of the Counter-Terrorism Committee has a special resonance for India, which has not only been at the forefront of fighting terrorism, especially cross-border terrorism, but has also been one of its biggest victims. Chairing this committee is a ringing endorsement of the country's leadership in the fight against terrorism. It will help keep the focus on the presence of terrorists and their sponsors threatening the peace in the South Asian region and beyond.